Hey, we got a new chatter, by the way. Jump Shot NA. Cox z tobą, człowieku. Hey, what's up, my man, innit? So Joanna will take your question, and I will quickly look something up while I remember it, okay? Go, Joanna.
Yeah, you have too much energy for me today.
I have enough energy for both of us, okay?
Yeah, but you're telling me to do the talking. Is this game worth getting in? I think so, personally. I'm having so much fun with Thomas. It could be because we're playing it together and it's one of the games that we can agree on playing both together. It could be just that it's our personal circumstance that makes it worth playing it for us. But we are having fun. We've been redoing this story from the beginning because we got into Guild Wars 2 after a while. After a few years. And when we opened our old accounts, it was intense. We had no clue what was happening, what was going on. There was so many things coming at us that it was overwhelming.
True.
So we just created new characters and started from the beginning. And we've had so much fun. Especially with... Which story was it, Thomas? With Aurene?
It was Living World Season 4.
There we go, so especially that one.
Path of Fire.
It was lots of fun, actually. So now we're going forward and like doing this story so that we can be ready for where Janter Wilds comes out.
You can't get ahead of the curve in any way because there is no progression in the game.
You can get good. You do have PvP, right?
Yeah.
And if there is no advantage in having better gear, then it's all down to your skills. So I think that's better, no?
Yeah, I guess so. Or maybe who
Because-
smashes keyboard against their forehead faster.
That's not true.
In terms of word versus word, I guess that applies. But maybe in the isolated scenario like 5 versus 5 on the arena, you're right. That there is some kind of skill involved for sure.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I think everybody can find something in the game that
Yeah.
they can be excited about.
True.
So that's why I'm saying it is worth getting into. For us, it was like playing together, getting into story together, and like running around the world and
Yeah.
doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
For
Absolutely.
us, because we're not into PvP. But if someone does like that kind of challenge, then yeah, they can find it in Guild Wars 2 as well. And then there's a lot of people saying Guild Wars is dead. The game died and that's it. But that's not true, because there's so many people. Like whenever we are going off into the world and we're having problem overcoming something or something requires a team, there's never a problem finding a team. Like our guild is super active as well. Like they do shit all the time. You have organize events around the world where people group up and go off and kill all various bosses and stuff. Like, the world is never empty. So I don't think that's a sign of a dead game, right?
So yeah, I was also about to say on that note that what makes a good MMORPG is players, is the community.
Yes.
And I think Guild Wars community is fantastic. And there's plenty of people. If you run around town, you will feel like you are part of a successful game, like a game that actually lives and is not going anywhere, so you won't feel like you're wasting time, because you might farm for some kind of epic achievement, sword or mount, whatever, although you really can't do any of those things in Guild Wars 2, and then you can't show it off to anyone if there's no one else, so what's the point? So I think you won't find that problem in Guild Wars 2. If you want to set a, I guess you can show off a title. Wow. You can show off a legendary weapon that everyone has already. Oh, you can show off a mount that people can buy. Wow. Ooh, you're crazy, dude.
It's not about showing off, though.
But it's not in Guild Wars 2. If you want to show off, and if you take value from playing the game in the sense that you show off to other people your achievements and however you define them, you won't probably find this in Guild Wars 2, because it's a very casual game with no rat race at all. It depends what you like. But I guess the reason why my views are as such is because I'm coming from MMORPGs favor people who spend more time in the game. And you can tell by the gear they wear, by the mounts they have, by the knowledge they have about the game and how to cheat the system and shit. In Guild Wars 2, maybe from all those points, only knowledge shows that you're a better player, because all the intricacies of the game. Other than that, you just like anyone, you blend in the crowd. Yeah. So depends where you take the value from in the game.
But I think that also attracts a certain type of crowd as well. That's why the community here is super helpful. It's very respectful as well.
It is.
And it's just pleasant to be in.
Yeah, I was surprised, dude. I had this one case. I was doing a Skyscale, and part of the Skyscale collection is to get to the end of Hidden Garden jumping puzzle. And I asked on the map, global map, can someone tell me where this jumping puzzle is or how to get there the fastest, because I need it for such and such. And someone was like, just I'll take you there. I'm like, what do you mean? So he invited me to a party. He got to the jumping puzzle, I think using Skyscale. No, there's this portal that you get, something like this. So he ported to the end of the jumping puzzle, used Skyscale for the last bit to get me to the point where I needed to click the shit for Gorik. And I just used teleport to a friend. Out of nowhere, he just did that. Just random guy, not a problem. If you are in a rat race, you don't waste time for helping other people, because there's cost of opportunity assigned to it, sure. So if you're not maxing out, if you're helping someone, you're not maxing your character. So is the game worth getting into? You tell me. Yeah, there's transmog on Guild Wars 2, right? Yeah, you can, absolutely. Yeah, this is actually one of my favorite parts of the game, transmogs. I've been always a fan of transmogs in World of Warcraft, just because I can do the same in Guild Wars 2 makes me happy.